Hey everybody, General Motors Jeff here. All right, so where I work here at Pro Chevrolet in Sault Ste. Marie, I'm able to sell both GMC and Chevrolet. But one of the questions I get asked quite often is the differences between some of the GMC trucks, the Sierras of course, and the Chevy Silverados. And the ones behind me are both kind of our mid-trim level trucks. The black one right here is called the Chevrolet Silverado RST. And over there, that is the GMC Sierra Elevation. Both are 2021 models. But what is the difference between them? Because again, they're fairly similarly priced when you get them trimmed out the same, but there are some pretty big differences and options you can get on one that you can't get on the other, and vice versa. And that is what we're gonna go look at today. All right, so first of all, I think it's easily said that one of the massive differences and the main differences is down to the looks, right? The looks of the truck are different, but a lot of the truck is remarkably the same. In fact, when you sit in the driver's seat of one or the other, if you didn't have the emblem on the steering wheel, you probably couldn't tell me which of the two trucks you're in because they are that identical in many ways. But again, there are some things that make them different aside from how your headlights look, right? Or how the grille looks. It's more options and features that you're able to get on one than the other. So first and foremost, let's talk about the outside of it. See this right here on the GMC? It's one of the biggest things people talk about when they're looking at the difference between, see that right around the wheel well, that plastic, you get that around that arch there, you get it around the back. That is of course something that comes standard. Doesn't matter if it's an elevation or not, but it comes standard on the GMC trucks. The RST or the Silverados, however, do not have that, right? It's just the paint around there. All right, so next let's talk about the wheels and the wheels between the difference. So on the Elevation, this is the GMC of course, the only option you have is these right here, which is a 20-inch black aluminum wheel. So 20 inches in black is the only option you have. However, when you go over to the Chevrolet, see that right there? Those are also 20s. Let's go back here and have a look. Those are also 20s. However, you also have the option of getting a couple different options in 22-inch wheels that you can order. Or an 18-inch wheel. So it gives you 3 different wheel size options and choices with the RST that you do not have on the Elevation. All right, so see this badge here? X31 Off-Road. Of course, I'm looking at the silver truck, so this is the GMC Elevation. X31 is the off-road package that is available as an option on the Elevation. The difference over here, it's called Z71 in the Chevrolet RST, the Silverado RST. Now, what is the difference between those off-road packages? Absolutely nothing. They are literally the same off-road package, and if you don't know what the X31 package is on the Elevation, or the Z71 for my American friends, package is on the Silverado, that is underbody skid plates on both, higher intensity air cleaner, Rancho name brand shocks, hill descent control, and since 2019, a big difference is now you have the 2-speed transfer case with the off-road package in both, which gives you the 4-low range. So you still have the AutoTrac 4-wheel drive system in these trucks, but in getting the Z71 or the X31, you get the actual 4-low range thanks to the 2-speed transfer case. All right, so if we head out back, let's talk about tailgates for a moment. So first and foremost, this trim level truck is going to have the power tailgate as you see right there on the key fob. Now, this has been a point of, I was gonna say contention, but more so confusion for me right now, because as you can see with the Chevrolet Silverado, of course, that's a normal tailgate, aside from the power option to let it down. The option you have this year on, as of 2021, on the GMC Sierras in this trim level of truck is you have the option for the multi-pro tailgate. So you can see there, it kind of splits apart, okay? So you can drop it down. There's a multitude of different features that you can do with this tailgate. Now, see what I'm talking about? There is something that came released this year for the Chevrolet RST called the Multi-Flex, which essentially is the identical version to the GMC Sierra's Multi-Pro. They're just calling it Multi-Flex. It's supposed to have be able to be ordered on this trim level, the RST, for 2021. However, as of yet, I've never seen one on a truck, nor have I seen the ability to order one. So as of right now, as far as I'm concerned, that is one major difference between the trucks, is you're able to get the Multi-Pro tailgate on the Elevation Edition, but not so far on the Silverado RST. All right, so I think next what we need to do is go underneath the hood of these two trucks because, believe it or not, there's some differences when it comes to the engines, to the motors underneath there, even a transmission difference between the trucks as well. So first and foremost, the Elevation that I have behind me, this particular one, we have right now equipped with the 3-liter Duramax turbo diesel, as you can see right there. Now that engine, that diesel, is available in both the Elevation as well as the RST, both mated with the 10-speed auto transmission. All right. Another motor that comes with both of these trucks is the 2.7-liter 4-cylinder turbo, which is an overlooked motor, if I can say so myself. It is a very capable, very potent motor that we just don't see enough of as far as I'm concerned. But anyways, that is an option in both of those. Where it starts to get tricky, however, is when we're talking about one of our most popular engines, the 5.3-liter 8-cylinder. Where it's different is, first and foremost, you can get the 5.3 in both. Again, one of our most popular engines. But for some reason, the GMC Elevation offers two different transmission choices. You can get it with the 8-speed transmission in the GMC, or you can get it with the 10-speed. When it comes to the Chevrolet and the RST, however, you only have no options. You only get the 8-speed auto transmission with the 5.3. Not exactly sure why they did that, but that is something that differentiates the GMC and the Chevrolet. Now, one other thing that kind of bothers me a little bit, if I'm a GMC guy, I'm both. But if I was a GMC guy, this would bother me because I think that we would sell a lot of these. There is an engine that is available with the RST that you cannot get, not even an option, with the Elevation. And that is our monster, our 6.2-liter 8-cylinder, 420 horsepower motor. That is an available option with the RST, not with the GMC Sierra AT4, yes, but not with the Elevation, for whatever reason that is. While we're still outside, let's talk about one other little or not difference between the two trucks. And this is something I find also a little bit weird, that it's available on the GMC, but not the Chevrolet. And that is right here. So see the door handle? Yeah, they both have door handles, obviously, yes. And obviously they're both color matched, they're both paint matched. So whether you're getting into the Silverado or you're getting the Sierra, whatever the color of the truck is, they're paint matched in the RST or the Elevation, okay? Now, but what's different is this. See this here? That is our keyless entry, right? You push that button as long as the key's on you as far as the proximity sensor, and you're able to get in. And that is available on all 4 of the doors, and of course the tailgate as well. This is where it gets a bit weird and different for me. If you head over here to the Chevy, you have it, right? But it doesn't matter what RST you get, you don't get that button on the back door. Again, I don't know why GMC decided to do that, and Chevrolet did not, but that is another difference between the two trucks. Now it's time to head inside, and I want to show you some differences, some different options available between these two trucks. And I purposely did this part right off the bat when I chose these two trucks. As you can see, the Chevrolet RST that I have right now is equipped with the bucket seats and the center console. This is what the bed sheet looks like, with obviously that console that flips up to give you that 6-passenger. Now, both of the trucks have that option. So you can get the bucket or the bed sheet, whether you're getting the Elevation or whether you're getting the RST. But there is some differences when it comes to the seats. And one of the major differences, and unfortunately I didn't have one to show you at the moment, but as you can see, this is cloth here, right? Black cloth, black cloth. But in the RST, you're able to get leather as an option. Yes, you can get leather in the RST. However, leather is not an option in the Elevation this year for 2021. Why that is, again, do not know, but that is a major difference between the two trucks. As far as up here, though, neither of these have these right now, but sunroof is an option on both of these trucks, all right? Another difference, though, from the interior is not only the fact that you can get the leather in the Chevrolet, but you can also get it in 2 different interior colors. So as we're seeing right now, this is in the black. Same thing with the Elevation. Now, the Elevation, you can only get black interior. There is no choice but black. In the RST, you can get another color called Gideon Dark Atmosphere, something along those lines. So you're able to get one other color option in regards to the interior of the Silverado. So that is it. Which would you choose? Would you choose the GMC Elevation or the Chevrolet Silverado? Have I missed anything? Maybe I have. If I have, comment below. And I would also love to hear, like I just said, which of these two would you like? I would pick, I'm GM Jeff, man. I would pick either of these trucks. As always, thank you so much for watching. Cheers.